If you want to improve your life and be the best version of yourself, well, there's one thing you can do. Start reading books. And maybe you have no idea what to read. So better check out this video, this series that we call What to Read. Check it out. Dad's Duty. Welcome back to Dad's Duty, home of parenting. I'm Matt, and today I'm gonna talk about one thing that is very dear to my heart: reading books, literature. Maybe you've checked my 10 essentials where I talked about why books are so important for myself and also that I shared with my sons. And I thought, man, I've read so many good books in my life that have been and are and will be very helpful for the person that I developed and for my character. And every time I go back and read them, I can take so much from it. So I thought, why not share it with you guys, my favorite books? So this series is gonna called What to Read. And every now and then I'm gonna drop a book that has been very important to me, that helped me in my personal life and also helped me to become a better father. And also sometimes books that you can read to your children. But with which kind of book to start? Which kind of book is big enough that fits the topic of Dad's Duty? And so after quite some thinking, I came to an all-time classic. Let me present you. From my little library, for you, today's book, Der kleine Prinz. Or as you may know it, the famously renowned Little Prince, Der kleine Prinz. I read it in German because I also read it to my firstborn son, Theo. Yeah, what can I say? It's an all-time classic by, hold yourself, this is the author's name. Maybe for some of you, you've always wondered how to pronounce it. Let me help you, because it's French. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The Little Prince, as you can see, is originally a children's book. It was first published in 1943 during the Second World War, where Saint-Exupéry wrote it already living in the US. I don't want to talk too much about what it's about because it's a very thin book, as you can see, and most of you guys have heard maybe of The Little Prince. Basically, it explains or tells the journey of the little prince who leaves his small planet and to go on a journey through space where he also visits the Earth. On the planet Earth, he meets the narrator, who is very much inspired by the author himself, who was a fighter pilot and also, and this is biographically proven, one day crashed down with his plane in the Sahara Desert in Africa. And this is also where the Little Prince takes off and where the narrator finds the Little Prince. But essentially, what is the Little Prince about is, the most important topics of humankind are dealt with. Loneliness, friendship, love, loss, death. So the principles of human life, with which I think the author was very much confronted during Second World War and being needed to live in exile away from his home, which is France, away from his family, his loved ones, his friends. This is one level of the book. Another one, basically, and this is very interesting when you read it to your kids, is that the Little Prince always deals with the issues that he has when he's confronted with older people, with the grown-ups, So he always says, the grown-ups, they're only stimulated by numbers and facts, and they don't have the creativity that used to be there once when they were young. So this is one of the main essentials, the main takeaways that normally resonates very well with the children, but also resonated with me very well when I reread it now to my son. There's one sentence, I will paraphrase it now: you can only see the important things with your heart. To the eye, these things are not visible. So only with your heart you can see the important things. And children normally, they have this ability, and the more we grow up, we lose it. So for me, this is the key takeaway, that we should always, keep a little prince inside of ourselves, even though we live our grown-up important lives. To come to an end, this is basically one of the main learnings that you can take from this book, is what literature essentially is all about. That I cannot tell you now in one video what this is about, but this is such a great timeless piece that whenever you read it, it will show you some new perspectives. It will give you a new hint, a new idea to think about, a new depth, because not everything in there is clear. It's not a fact. It's a piece of art. The Little Prince. Go check it out and see you next time on Dad's Duty. Cheers. Dad's Duty.